shit. My video cut out on me. I'll do this again. I'm going somewhere with all this. I was talking about how we're on a different earth. We see the changes every single day, man. Like, people who are paying attention put videos up every day. We see consciousness changes. We see different ways of seeing life and reality and earth and different videos that pop up of things I've never heard of and other people have never heard of. And the thing that's hard to accept is we're on a different earth. Like, that's where I'm going with Mandela effect, with everything, and we're on a different plane of life than we've been on before. So the thing is like, in all of it, we continue as humanity and individuals as saying, like, you know, there's still heaven and hell. Does that mean there are not identities and thought processes out of heaven and hell? No, there still is. There's just not the heaven and hell that we, or I, grew up with. There's heaven and hell here right now. There's heaven and hell people are living in here right now. And the way they view reality, the way they live life, the way we experience life, there's heaven and hell now. There's ways people are relating that are hellish. There's ways that people are relating that are like heaven. So the concepts and understandings of heaven and hell being a real place, oh, they're very real. They're very real, like here now on earth. And we're seeing, like I'm seeing, the result, like, of the physical changes in our earth. And we can blame CERN, we can blame, you know, we can look at all these different reasons or why it happened, or what happened, or how it happened, or what caused it. But rising above both heaven and hell's way of seeing life, in taking the negative and the positive and recognizing that they're both there, the old way of dual thinking, and then now people are into what the removal of duality, right? That came out like a couple of years ago. The removal of the idea that the dual understanding, the heaven and hell, the darkness and the light, the positive and the negative, and then flipping that, or I watched a video the other day about taking your negativity and using it to grow yourself and make you more motivated, instead of positive thinking and building yourself up to get things done and do them well. You just think you're a piece of shit and you're in that position and you're going to do better because you're in that position, and you're going to motivate yourself by taking and harnessing the dark way of seeing things. So all this stuff that we and I am experiencing is all here because people, us, keep it going. And there is still darkness here. It's obvious. Murdering, killing, and destruction, and terrible events, and mental illness, and suicides, and all that shit. And I deal with bipolar swings in my entire mind and body. I deal with them. But I am really, my real name is not Logan. I put that up there so I could just put myself out there like that. That's not my real name. That's not who I am. I did it to create a channel so I could express what I experienced, who I really am, and what I experienced in this world. And I used that as a name to express myself on YouTube. And I did not do it to fool people. I did not do that to say I'm smarter than all of you. I did not do that to say I'm better than anyone. I did it just to create that channel and create that individual in the sea that is out there, and use it as a means to express what I experienced in this world. That's why I created that identity. The other reason is if I got popular, I didn't want people knocking on my door or finding me on Facebook or you know, I just didn't want the attention, man. And so that's why I created that name. That's why I created this channel, as a means to express what I experienced and say, hey, this is what I experienced in this earth. This is the name I'm using to say this is the experience that he had. But who I am, I'm still here and alive and breathing, and I use it as a means to express to everyone on YouTube what I feel and what I think and what I experience. I've been homeless for 2 years, man. 2 years. And the full circle of it is there's a place where we're neither on a heaven or hell plane. We're not in the war in our minds. And I've been in that war in my mind for over 20 years. I've been in the realms of warfare and spiritual awareness and spiritual fights and angel and demon wars and Satan and God wars in my entire life. Since I was about 18. And it's time for that to end in me. It's time for that to go and die, so I can live again. And I think we all need, I need to do that. I need to do that for me, and move forward in the midst of what many of us who watch my channel and other channels are aware of. We aren't crazy. None of us are. We've got craziness because of what's happened. We're all a little lost it. I lost it. I lost my center and my ability to stay grounded on earth completely. And frankly, you know, it's very annoying. And back to the hell, heaven consciousness and the demon wars. Yeah, they're doing shit, man. They're doing shit they shouldn't have done. It's made us not the same. It's made humanity not the same. It's made the way we relate not the same. It's made the Matrix go nuts. That's what it's done. I like being a dirty ass human. I've said it. I like that way. I don't need to be a god over myself or a god in my own mind or a king over my above every king. I can be a king over my own body. I can be a king over my own choices. I can be a king or an operator, as I heard the other day, over my own self, my own choices, my own way of seeing life. I cannot do anything about what has been done. Nobody can. We're seeing the results every day of the experimentation that happened to us as people in humanity for the last, well, I don't know, 60, 70 years, maybe longer. But really in the last 60 to 70 years, the heavy amount of chemicals, the heavy amount of drugs in our food, all that stuff, man. Being aware of all that stuff just puts us in fear. And that's the thing about heaven and hell consciousness. That's the thing about being aware that there's demonic war and there's a God war. There's an angel war and there's Jesus war. And there's a God war and a Satan war. All that stuff. It puts me in fear. It keeps me afraid. It keeps me so aware of the satanic world that I'm in more fear than I am in love for myself and other people. And drugs certainly did not help me. Did not bring me to enlightenment or betterment of my mind, my body, or my ability to live. They did not help me. And I'm not talking about natural substances. I'm talking about drugs. Synthetically man-made, created drugs. None of those did any good for me. They just made me crazy. Just more crazy. So, like I said, my name is not Logan. It is David. And it has been David since I was adopted. So there's that, guys. I use that as a pseudonym. That's what I did. So that all my past and all my shit could die in that man. Because that's what I was experiencing right then, right there, and I used that name as a man of death. To say this is where I'm at, and this is what I'm experiencing. If you're experiencing too, like, subscribe, comment, put something out there, say what you like about me. But that is the story that I put out there. That's why I created it. That's why. So I believe we can turn something around here. There's pieces to the puzzle and we all got it, but it's so hard to unite. Because we don't know who we can trust. Nobody can. I don't know who I can trust anymore. It's hard to trust anybody, man. I've been on the street for 2 years. And I deal with bipolar mood swings. That's what I deal with. And I'm taking some natural stuff to get me through. It's what I deal with on a daily basis, and I deal with ups and downs and emotional ups and highs and ups and lows, and it feels like heaven some days and it feels like hell other days. But I believe I can heal. I believe it. And I will. So everybody keep going in this. People know it's happened. And none of you are crazy. But somehow we've got to come together. Maybe it's not going to be better than it is, but at least we know we did what we could and aligned with how we know God. Because I feel there's still God here. Maybe in all of us. Some of us just rather be a devil. Some of us would rather be a devil than be with God. I know that's what put me out here. I entertained anger, and I was stuck in heaven and hell on earth and demon wars and Satan wars and all that shit. I've already said it. And I'm not saying there ain't no heaven or hell, man. At this point, it's not the same. It's not the same. So, peace. Enjoy this video, man. Like, I don't do them that often, and that's why I watch stuff sometimes. I'm tired inside some days, but I feel good others. And I'm just gonna keep going. And I'm gonna be what I am and who I am to the best that I know. And thanks for watching, man. Thanks for watching all the people that have watched me and journeyed with me and gone through it with me and listened to me. And I'm not gonna give up anymore. So, and I know it's okay to cry, because I do all the time. And men can cry. I do. I don't mind crying at all. I don't mind crying at all. I think we need to. Blessings all. Peace, I'm out.